Thank you for calling the VA hotline. My name is John. How may I help you?
Hi, John. My name is Matthew Medit's number, a bunch of them actually, but the most recent one is one Medit's.
Off there.
Yeah, it's okay.
So you're
Speakerphone.
fine. You're fine. And can I also ask for a good partner? Oh yeah, I do see it here as well. Let's see. This is regarding urgent care.
This is I have been calling out for almost a year now. Like in regards to I mean, first it was just for to get my nose done after being a victim of an assault, and I needed reconstructive. Pardon me, I needed reconstructive surgery, and they delayed my care. Like there was a whole mess and stuff. And I'm retired from the army, combat infantry. I was enlisted from 2008 2012. I was in Iraq from October, like I enlisted May 2008 to April 7th of 2012. And October is when my unit started deploying. I didn't leave till November, and then came back a year later in 2009. And I had surgery on my hip August 10th. And Mech retired from the army and such. So, just a long story short.
Okay.
And yeah, and so I'm calling because like I haven't like my hip, my back, like the area that I'm being paid for by the army, like or like the that retired me from the army. Like it's not being addressed. And I'm maybe get called back from the patient advocates. I mean, even I've called up like this hotline stuff, like, and I'm just getting nowhere, And the thing, I'm not suicidal, I'm not homicidal, I'm not genocidal. I'm just speaking on behalf of uh, my fellow brothers and sisters. There's veteran suicide is a very bad number, and the thing is that my experiences are showing why people are going there. And like I said, I'm not suicidal, I'm not homicidal or genocidal. I have a bright future ahead of me and such. Going through pain, but and just saying like that it's just, there's a huge problem at the Salem VA Medical Center, and it needs to be addressed seriously because I like I've been going through the same stuff. Like it's just getting ridiculous. Like I said, the patient advocate won't even is not calling. I went to orthopedic July 7th, and they were supposed to send me to Carillion, and I still have not received a phone call to for that appointment. They and I keep on speaking to people. I've got phone calls recorded with them and such. It's just the same old loop. I'm going through the same old loop, and they just want to portray me as being crazy rather than actually addressing the issue. And that seems to be a common trend with pretty much any entity that decides to be, faulty and such. And so, yeah, I'm trying to raise like awareness, but like I needed help. Like my condition is not getting any better. I'm mech retired when I was 28, and I'm about to be 43, and it's like I don't have full range of motion. They don't even know what's going on, but they're saying like and they always say like I belong in 170 of the psych ward and stuff, and that seems like that's the common trend. And it's like, okay, the colleges are saying the same. Like whenever I present a problem, they keep on falling back and using my disabilities, my time of service against me. And I've got everything like all recorded and documented and stuff. And I can't get the help that I need. I'm asking for help and I can't get it. This is why veterans commit suicide is because they run out or they have no place to go and they're not being heard. And here I am calling again. And I've been calling up this line since November of 2025. And like I said, I'm not suicidal, I'm a genocidal, I'm in good health and good standing and such. I'm trying to adjust my pain. Um, I'm just trying to utilize this service one more time. I called up the patient advocate at the Salem VA Medical Center today, and I called them up. They haven't called me. They haven't talked to me. I've been going through these issues, and they're not even talking. They're not helping me. They're supposed to bridge that gap, and they're not. And so that's what I'm calling about. I just presenting that the gap's not being filled. Um, I've got legitimate concerns. I've got it can be seen like on MRI. Like I neck retired from the army for my hip back and like I don't even my shoulder too, but I don't even complain about my shoulder because they can't even get my hip right, my hip and lower back on my left side. I have nerve damage. And I'm in good shape. Like I've been exercising. Like, and that's the thing. Like they want to say it's all my, and it's no. I I wish it was in my head, but no. I'm an athlete. And like I don't have full range of motion. Like I was infantry and such. I was held to my body was held to a higher standard and such. And you know I it's important, affecting my ability to urinate. It's affecting my daily activities. I can't lean over the sink like doing dishes and stuff. Is aggravating. It aggravates it aggravates my injury more than doing squats. I've got legitimate concerns that are not being addressed. But I'm being paid for them. Yeah, I'm being paid for it, but they're not being addressed. And damn right I'm insane. Damn right I'm mad because I'm keep on going through the same thing over and over again. It's an endless loop, and that's what I've got documented and such. And like I'm pleading to be heard. Like that someone that higher than someone who actually cares. I'm pleading, to be heard. Uh, you know, uh, through these services because I mean, the way it's like I don't want him go make this public. I mean, that's what I'm being forced to do. And like there's been problems, like they've been talking about shutting down the VA medical center here in Salem, Virginia. I
Oh
freaking
wow.
got good enough reasons why. And yeah, I mean that's the situation, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for
Yeah, because
listening.
the case number. Oh, no problem at all. That case number you did give me, I do see is open. However, I do see a previous case that is
Oh, there's
better
a
detail and has more information about everything you've been saying so far.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like it's been like it's been nonstop, man, and it's like I'm not. The squeak wheel gets great. Dude, I'm injured. I want my quality of life back. Like friggin' like I can't even get that. And like they're destroying so many lives. Like I don't have. I mean, like I don't have any family or friends. Like I don't have anything in my life. But like there's people that actually. I mean, because I've lost it all. Through this madness. And that's the thing is that the system has destroyed so many lives. And like I I want my life to be the last one that they destroy. You know, um, essentially, and because that's the way it's been. Like that's the information that I've got. From because I've been to Seattle, the VA in Seattle. I've been at the one in Albuquerque. I've been to the one in Richmond. I've been to the one in Salem. Like like I'm treated. I mean, I was treated worse at freaking Seattle. I mean, they took away my Second Amendment rights. They threatened me with 30 days detention. If I didn't give up my rights, and as it was, I freaking was temporary detention order for 3 days. That's the thing is that they can't give me anything criminal, and these people make up lies about me. And it's like I don't have any defense. That's why I've got a body camera. That's why I have to record myself all the time. And it's because people lie about me, and it's easy to lie about me. I'm an easy target. I'm some transparent and stuff, and that I've been protected by the truth. As much as it hurts me, I mean, it still saved me. Like, and that's the thin line I walk. And it's not, like I'm just like, I said, I mean, there's just so many, like, I understand what, like, I didn't go through that one. I was blown up a few times. I didn't get in firefights like my buddies. I was only in, like, I was trained to Ranger Standard, but I only worked, like, I was, uh, basically like a year and a half is like about all I worked in the army, and I was training it then Iraq, and then I was on sick call. I was a sick call ranger. I said a shifting, like I felt like my left hip and lower back was like shifting, clicking and stuff. It was weird. and that's still like what's going on. And it's never been properly addressed. And so, and people want to act like I've got all this, time killing people and stuff. And it's no, no. Well, you can't fight an IED. You can't fight an RKG-3. I mean, that's what we were hunting. Like, soon accounted for one-third of all RKG-3 attacks. Those are anti-armor grenades, shape charge grenades, and we drive around in MRAPs. And that's what we were hunting. That's how I lost my lieutenant for stint JLI, killing action March 7th, 2009, Samara, Iraq. Accept mediocrity in any aspect of their life. Those are his last words, his last orders to us. And that's what this all comes down to is that uh, I'm still in the fight, but of our there's so many people who aren't, and so like they need. Like I'm infantry, man. On the front line, and I'll fight the good fight here at home, and that's what I'm trying to do. Is trying to, because I'm white. Freaking, I'm a combat. I'm exactly what the freaking VA, is built for and stuff. And I'm supposed to, and I don't like for combat veterans. And like I'm supposed to. No, I don't have any privilege, none at all. In fact, I'm treated worse. And so I can only imagine what it's like for some other people who are going through worse issues than myself, who don't have a voice. Who have failed. Going through the system and just been, you know succumb to it and stuff. I mean, that's they just want to make mental patients. They just want to say like that's the like they want to use that as the excuse for everything, and it's like you keep on doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. That's insanity, and that's what I've documented over the last 16 years with the Army Medical Center, like the military healthcare system, and veteran affairs. Excuse me. Like when I was in the Army, I was in a warrior transition unit, and I got my unit under new staff, new training, and the command sergeant major. 33 years to resign with my report to Brigadier General Keith W. Gallagher of Pacific Medical Command, and I was in 25th Infantry Division. Why? And I was Triple Army Medical Center, and I was able to bring my report to the general, and I created change once. And I did that as an E2. I got my rank back to E4. General asked me like why I smoked weed, and I said I picked up a joint. I didn't pick up a gun. And that's all I need to say. And like so there's just been a real there's issues. I mean, and the thing is that we're only a small percentage of the military of the Army. Well, yeah, military in itself, like of being in combat MOS and actually combat related. A lot of people say that they're actually combat, and I'm not saying I was blown up and stuff. We didn't get into. I was blown up, my worst day was when I was on a dismount patrol and I was blown up by an IED. And it was across the street. Like, luckily, it was only I got my bell rung, but luckily there was no fatalities or anything like that. But it's the thing is that my buddies is like the IEDs usually set up an ambush, and things like that. And so I can only imagine what's going on for other, and I'm barely even trained, man, compared to the guys who really freaking need it, with women, like the military sexual trauma. Like, dude, if this is the way I'm being treated and stuff, oh, good God. It's horrendous, and that's what I'm trying to expose. I mean, our current administration's trying to expose the fraud and corruption, and I mean, and that's what I've been doing for. I mean, shit. I mean, since 2010. It's just been hell. And thanks for listening. I'm sorry for rambling.
Oh, no problem at all.
I'm just trying to get
Yeah, it's good
something
to get
done
off your
here.
chest sometimes. That's for sure.
Uh, yeah, I'm not too certain, if this can be brought up to anyone higher, because I'm not getting anything done here at the VA, on this hotline. I've been trying, like I said, since November, and some just make it because compiling a report and such. I've got evidence and all that stuff, so I just need to find out, okay, we're at the dead ends, and apparently this phone line is a dead end. I mean, no offense to you or any of your,
Oh,
colleagues and such. It's just, it's the system. It's nothing personal. A lot of people take things personally, but I mean, only some people are inherently evil. Some people are just trying to get, do their job and they get stuck in a crossfire.
yes, sir. Well, one thing I've been reviewing all these cases here, and I've been kind of going over it. And the best thing I can say, the last thing I see was on the July the 15th. It looks like the administrative officer had tried to contact you or did contact you. Let's
Um,
see.
they close the cases without them actually being done, and that's why I keep on calling back. It's because they keep on closing the cases
Oh,
when they're not completed. I'm having to keep on calling back because they close the cases because they think that they got it done, and they do not have it done, or else I will not be calling. I'll be not documenting all this stuff. That's the other issue, is that they're trying to cover their tracks and they're failing. Like
well,
they can't.
the last thing I see here, basically stating that you had basically the community care was trying to get a hold of you to schedule
I do not get
a
any.
feed.
No, they have not gotten a hold of me. They were
Okay, have
supposed to get since July 7th is when they were supposed to get a hold of me, and they have not. I was supposed to be seen by Carillion, and I keep on getting the same. Like I got the same phone call, like the same three phone calls, like back, like 2 weeks apart. And that's the whole thing. I've got all recorded, everything recorded, all the voicemails because they don't need them lying about me any more than they have. They've destroyed my medical records. Like, with their contaminated thoughts.
And you also stated you've already spoken with a patient advocate, correct?
No, they will not call me. They will not call me back. I've like, tried contacting them countless times. They ignore me. I mean, months. I mean, they, from my understanding, they should have records every time they talk to a vet. And just see, compared to my voicemails that I've got recorded from leaving them. That's what I'm saying. Like they're trapped. They're caught. I got them. I mean, and I just need to get to the right person to share this information. Like they freaking they don't care. They've proven that they do not care about us vets. That's what keeps me in this fight. Is that freaking I'm exposed? Like I'm saving lives. Like because these people are willfully neglecting, suffering patients. You know, I mean, I'm not the easiest person to work with, but I'm far from the worst. Easy, also, communication is key. The problem is that they do not know how to properly communicate, and then they go into uh, they have like a default program where they just become like, oh, do we need to put this person in the psych ward? Like that's all they want to do is just put us all in psych wards. I've got that all documented too. February 23rd, I went to the emergency room. Then go back 2 weeks later, as doctor's orders, and freaking, I'm told like, yeah, your left hip is a mess, and it shows from like an MRI in 2010 when I was still in the army. And freaking, and well, until you get mania taken care of, and then freaking, again MRI, and they do the wrong area. Like I don't know, like, and they keep on just trying to focus on one part. Is your hip? Is your back? Is like, and it's like it's this whole area. Like it's in my left side of my pelvic region, and they will not understand. Like, and they do not. I had femoral acetabular impingement arthroscopic surgery, August 2010, and ever since, I've been in worse pain since than before I had it. And I was told I was doctor shopping, malingering with drug seeker behavior. Yet I was going through a medical evaluation board. And then I'm told I've got PTSD in Army, and they freaking tell me that I didn't because I scored off the charts with them. And it's like, well, someone that score with your numbers should be inpatient, or you doctored the results. And it's like, then freaking the VA wants to put me in like do everything with a psych ward and stuff. And it's like, what is it? It's a catch-22, man. Absolutely. There's no like no other way around it. I want to go back to work, and they will not let me go back to work. Which is just freaking a daily quality of life. I like want to be able to do the dishes without freaking being in pain, like as much as it is, like more severe pain than like it's like walking's getting more difficult. And I'm in good shape. I'm like, you know, about just under 160, about 160 and stuff. And I've been exercising. I'm like, uh, yeah, like I was an athlete in the army. I was infantry. Like try to maintain. And if you don't use it, you lose it and stuff.
Now, because basically when I'm reading over the notes as well, they were basically trying to get you. Because basically what it is, you're trying to see get seen by an outside
I'm
provider.
trying to get everything done by the outside, and well, it's been in discussion for months. It's been in discussion for months. Why hasn't anything been done? I've been suffering. I'm in pain. It's getting worse, and nothing's being done. I'm being neglected, and like I said, and this hotline is proven to be useless. No offense to your colleagues.
Oh no, not none at all. Let's see.
It's like I've done like everything like I'm supposed to do, and I'm stuck.
Yeah, because the last thing I do see in all the notes is basically they were trying to get it set up so you can go to a community care orthopedic surgery appointment, but they were unable to contact you. Is what they're
No,
saying here.
I, I just spoke with them like Wednesday. I spoke to them. I've been speaking with them. Sorry, I don't mean to raise my voice. I've been speaking with them, and they keep on it, but they do not. Why hasn't anything been done? I haven't gotten any appointments. And the thing is, I want to be seen by a doctor before I even go to the orthopedic doctor or whatever it is. I want to be seen by. I want to go undergo a diagnostic. Like I want to go to a doctor to check like a clean slate. Go to a doctor with a clean slate to get diagnosed from there because the VA does not is not doing that. And I've been asking for that is because the VA just wants to it's here and they delaying it and it's just it's
Well,
I
let me ask you
just
a question as well. For like the community care, have you spoken with a community care coordinator?
no,
Okay. Because basically, the community care coordinator,
no,
what they would do is help coordinate
no,
any outside.
no one's I'm not getting any help from anywhere. Why that's why I'm calling. I mean
Right.
I guess you weren't listening to like the last an hour long 25 minutes 20 minutes. Okay. So I mean, I'm just
Well,
I don't
basically, what it is, I'm trying to offer what I can, with that, because basically the case is open still, and I'm also reading with the previous notes, and I'm trying to come up with solutions that I know of that can be helpful here. And I know
yeah.
speaking with community care coordinator
I
may be
I
what
need
they'll
to be brought
offer.
up to this needs to be brought up to higher. I need someone like I need this communication to be brought up to someone higher than this hotline. And if you can't do it, then I have to go elsewhere.
Because basically, like with me here at the hotline, what happens is like when you
Well,
submit a case or a
do
complaint
you have
with
a
us, then
well?
we
Who's your
send it to a
manager?
higher.
May I speak to your manager? May I speak to someone that's in a like to be guided into a direction that might be able to help me? And no offense to you, like there. I mean, I'm
Oh
assuming that
no,
you have.
no.
I'm assuming that you have someone. We all, we all have to answer to somebody. Is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, thank you for your understanding.
Well, I do have a supervisor or a manager you can speak to, but basically they're going to have the same resources I have as well.
I mean, so I mean,
Because basically what happens is
yeah,
with me,
yeah.
a hotline,
Basically,
like where we are,
I'm just
we
going around
take
in
the
circles.
complaints and submit it to the
Give me
higher authority.
no, I mean, like, may I speak to? May it be passed along to? I mean, just in case, like. there is something different with your supervisor, I'd appreciate the opportunity.
Okay, definitely.
Thank
Let
you.
me pull them up here. Click on.
And it's yeah, nothing needed.
So let me do this. I'm gonna place you on a brief hold line, get
Yeah,
everything pulled up, and then I'll get you over to a supervisor.
yeah,
Just a moment here.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's something you did. And thank you for
Oh no,
helping me, sir.
understandable,
I
understandable.
appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
Your customer service has been like your service has been outstanding. And yeah, so thank you.
Of course. So yeah, let me place you on a brief hold, and I'll get you connected over. It'll be just a moment.
I appreciate it. Highest book. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Brown chicken, brown cow.
All right, sir. So thanks for that
Yes.
hold. So I've got everything ready, and before I do call over, I just want to let you know I'm gonna go ahead and give them a call now. So I just had to get everything
All right.
set up. But yeah, I'm gonna get them on the line for you here. So it
Outstanding.
should be just
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir.
of course. So let me go ahead and get them here. It'll be just a moment.
All right.
All right, sir. Well, thanks for holding.
Yes.
So I do have Lydia here.
Oh,
I got
outstanding.
her up to speed here, and she's going to take over the call from here. You both have a great evening.
All right. Thanks so much.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Matthew. You still with me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. One second here.
All right.
Oh, I see. I see what it is. Let me
And
get
no
over here.
worries. Thank you.
All right. So, Matthew, in this case, I do have Lydia here,
All right.
supervisor, and she's going to take over the call from you. Here.
All right. Thank you so much. You did an outstanding job, and yeah, thank you for helping me along here.
You both have a great evening.
Yes, sir. You too.
Hello, my name is Lydia. I'm the supervisor. How may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. Just trying to. This hotline has not been working for me, and I'm just trying to navigate around this obstacle.
I'm sorry to hear that. And this is about a previous case that you submitted with us?
Countless. It's been one endless case, apparently. I mean, like that's what it really is, and they keep on closing the cases without actually solving anything. And I'm getting tired of having to repeat myself and going through. It's an endless loop, and the only thing that they're doing is um, villainizing me, and that's why I've got everything documented. That's why I mean, like, and this is like my last attempt of using this phone line because it's failed me. I mean, it's been helpful to an extent. Like I was able to get my nurse job after being a victim of an assault, but like that, it took me a year. Like I was supposed to have surgery April 1st of 2025, and it didn't happen until this April, and it was delayed by the VA because, anyways, and I've just not been treated. Uh, I went through integrated disability evaluation system. My mech retired April 7th of 2012. I was
Mm-hmm.
enlisted. I enlisted May 22nd, 2008, and was deployed to Samarra, Iraq. Like my unit started deploying in October
Mm-hmm.
2008 and the 2009. I was injured on dismount patrol, and I needed surgery on my hip. And I got that on April 7th, 2010. Mac retired from the Army. I was combat infantry, and I couldn't do my job anymore. And April 7th is when I got out, and my just my experience with the Veterans Affairs is the last 2 years encapsulates. Pardon me. Like the last, it's like, yeah, like about the last 2 years, like since like the when I was a victim of assault, or November 25th of 2024 to present day, is a snapshot of the last 16 years of my life. It's
I'm very sorry to
not
hear that that happened.
uh, well, I've been to Seattle, VA, and they took away my Second Amendment rights when I was going in for what I presumed to be a cardiac issue because I was having tightness and pain in my chest and my left arm, and I was under a lot of stress. I mean, I was young, but you never know. Um, and yeah, they freaking temporary detention ordered me, then took away my Second Amendment rights. I mean, I could have fought it, but going before the judge and being threatened with 30 days of detain, I'm not even a criminal, and they're going to detain me, and that's what's happened to me. Like it's, and then like I said, that's happened within the last 2 years. Like this is just my left side is jacked up, and instead of being treated fairly, I'm being told I'm not getting any help. I'm calling this hotline, and the patient advocate is not calling me up, and I apologize. I've been on this phone call for a amount of time, and it's just extraordinary. And the stress and maintaining composure when I'm so freaking angry and so much pain and tired, and like this is why. And I'm not suicidal. I'm not homicidal. I'm not genocidal. I'm not any. I mean, I have a bright future ahead of me. It's the reason why veterans are hurting themselves and more is because they're being neglected. And I did not even go through nearly as much trauma as my buddies and, male and female, because military sexual trauma is a big thing. And like why the women that committed suicide isn't, what do you think that is? Like they're not, and it's, there's issues going on here. And, you know, uh, like, I'm just I'm trying to get help, and this is like I said, my Oh, and I'm like, this is my last time calling this hotline because it's proven to be useless. I mean, and so this is my last effort, because I'm gonna have to move on from here, and it's just going into my report, to because when I was in the army, I was able to get my unit under new staff, new training command sergeant major, 3 years to resign, rather than face court martial. When I was in the warrior transition unit, I was in infantry unit, then I went like got my surgery and stuff, and I got put in the warrior transition unit. Excuse me. And so yeah, like I was able to change things once before, and that's like what I'm bound to do once again. And so like that's just what I'm just tying up loose ends. Because like I said, I called up the patient advocate today at the Salem VA Medical Center, and because I called up, I mean I haven't heard from them. I haven't heard from them. I asked them last time because they share records whenever they call, and so have them you know uh respond to why um like they're non-contact. They're supposed to be bridging the gap here, and they're not, and they haven't. And that's what I've and so like I'm struggling for help. Truthfully, I am, but I'm fighting on, because freaking like I'm infantry, it's in my bones, and I'm being paid, and like like there's people who are suffering worse than I'll ever know. And so, that's what keeps me going. And so please don't, like I'm not any as much as I want to get out of this freaking hell, there is no escaping. I'm here for a reason, and I'm trying to serve a higher purpose. And this is no reflection upon anyone that like that you're responsible for, like your occupation and your colleagues and stuff. There's no reflection upon you, or so it's the system is just so freaking flawed. And I'm doing my best, fighting from the inside, because I mean, like, if this is what's going on with veterans, I'm exactly what Veterans Affairs is built for. I'm a combat infantryman, Mac retired and such. I'm exactly what Veterans Affairs is built for. But they tell me that I don't belong in a PTSD, like I can't get into PTSD program, like that I belong in 170, which is a psych ward, like friggin'. And they want to say because I wasn't they experienced like sexual trauma or something like that. Like that don't belong to PTSD program. Like what programs are they doing? Like if they're not serving actual combat vets and stuff, then who are they serving? They're not serving me. And in my other friend, colleagues and service members who have been in combat, because I'm a very small fraction of the population. I'm a combat MOS, and then on top of that, not every combat person in combat MOS sees combat. I was just blown up and stuff. Like I didn't get firefights like my buddies and stuff like that. Like, but I was in 5 significant activities just with the enemy and such, and then like the suicides that I was around too. Like my Sergeant Agnew, friggin' April of 2009, he shot himself and whatnot, and played Russian roulette with a full magazine. Friggin' the first one didn't go off, and he pulled it. And then McCoon, PFC McCoon, he was shot right after guard duty because the sergeant had properly cleared weapons, and they were cleaning weapons after guard duty, and he got shot. Now it's January of 2009. Sergeant Major got caught having an affair and such, and with young Rick, and he was about to lose all his stuff, and he ended his life downrange. Before I went on deployment, a guy overdosed, accidentally. I mean, I think it was accidental. Like we had to do a ceremony for him. It's like we had to do my lieutenant. He died. He was involved in a complex RKG-3 attack. RKG-3s are shape charge grenades, and that was March 7th, 2009. Like, yeah, I mean, like, and I, I can't get help, and they want to say, for actual pain, for something like I said, my left hip, my left leg. I don't have full range of motion in my left leg. I've got actual injuries. They're legitimate. Like I don't even get like ask for help with anything else. I mean, like and that's the thing is like it's more than my hip. It's my lower back. It's my free. It's like I've got pain in my left testicle and such. You know, I have trouble urinating and such. Like I've my whole like my pelvic region, and I've been neglected. You know, and it's like I've went to emergency room February 23rd of this year, 2026, to get the um because my pain was aggravated and such, and then like I said, I went back 2 weeks later, and they said that, and I've got to record it. I've got the quote unquote doctor recorder saying, yeah, your left side, like your MRI from 2010 when I was in the Army. 2010, I was in the Army. They're saying MRI from 2010 showed that I've got significant damage to the area of my complaint. But until I get it seen until I get my mania taken care of, there's not much they can do. They won't, and then it's I digress. I mean, like, I've you got any questions, I'll answer them. I mean, but like that's where I'm at. I mean, if you can help me, please. If not, maybe you can give me guidance, provide me with guidance to another resource, which would be outstanding. And thank you very much for your time.
Sure. And I'm sorry to hear that you're going through all of that. First, I just want to ask you mentioned experiencing MST, and I just wanted to make sure, do you have the number for the SAFE helpline if you
Oh,
need to
they're
talk to
useless.
anyone?
They're useless.
No.
Yeah. I mean, but no, I mean there is no help. Absolutely none. I mean, and like, here's this hotline. I've been calling it for since November,
Right.
and I'm still having to call. Like that's like this is called insanity. The way I'm acting because that's how the system is, and so I keep on portraying this behavior because I keep on doing the same thing, getting the same results, which is doing the right thing, and I keep on getting through this endless loop.
And right now, I do see that there is a case that was open for you regarding issues that you talked about. What we can do on our end is we can open cases and we can update open cases, and
Well, they keep on
indicate you
closing the
had a
cases. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's the thing is they keep on closing cases, making it seem like they're solved, and they're not. Or else I would not keep on complaining with the same issues, ma'am. That's the roadblock.
I
There. They claim that
now,
this situation resolved, and it is not.
and the specific
Yes, ma'am.
issue that you're needing help with is the medication. You said also
Whoa.
treatment for your hip.
My overall health, my health care is not being. I need to see a doctor on the outside to give me a
Okay.
proper diagnosis to be treated fully. The VA cannot. The VA has failed to provide me with the health care. Pardon me. The Veterans Affairs has failed to meet my requirements. To meet my healthcare standards. I've been going through this. I've been asking for help. I've been asking to be seen on the outside. I mean, I'm getting my mental health taken care of finally. And actually was prescribed Lunesta, medication for my insomnia, because they were denying me medication for my insomnia because they want to put me on their stuff. When my medication actually works, it doesn't put me through parasomnic episodes. Yes, ma'am.
And you said that you've spoken to the patient advocate at the
No, I have
facility.
not. They neglected me. They're not bridging the gap. They're not
So
doing
you
their
said,
job. No one's doing their job.
okay.
And they're blaming me for everything because I'm an easy target.
Have you contacted them or tried calling them?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry. I know you're going through a checklist. I'm sorry, man. No. I mean, no offense to you. I'm sorry.
And I just have to ask some questions here so we can
Yes,
better assist you
Yes, ma'am.
in getting any resources to help with this issue. So in terms of the kind of assistance that you're needing, you said, first of all, that you need healthcare from an outside provider, so from a community provider, is that right?
I need my healthcare needs are not being met by Veterans Affairs. I'm rated at 100%, service connected and all that. And I need to get my healthcare. my health is deteriorating. I need help. And the VA is not providing it with me for me. And so I need to be treated on the outside. And I also need to have a clean slate because my medical records have been tainted by these people who are claiming that I'm going to bring a gun up there. Like they keep on coming up with all these delusions and these lies to protect themselves. That's why I'm having to record everything. Everything. I had to bring, I bought a body camera because of Megan Pittman. Like these, I've been documenting everything since 2010, maybe even before that. Of like my struggles as I got injured downrange, and this is my journey. And I'm like, holy crap! I can only imagine what it's like for some other people.
So, and you've already tried requesting community care from.
I've done everything.
Okay.
I'm speaking with the supervisor of the hotline. So I mean, like what? I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've exhausted. I mean, like I've said everything. I mean, my records. There's all these references and stuff. I've got them. I've got. There's things documented. Nothing's been. They keep on closing the case, and it's not closed. And I'm suffering. I'm pleading for help. I'm in pain. Oh my God, man. It's like hey, people don't like what I have to say. They call me a terrorist. I mean, freaking December of 2012, Green River Community College. Daniel J. Garcia, freaking an instructor. Like, yeah, I'm infantry, but I'm not like that stupid to be in a reading class. They put me in a reading class, and the guy misses over 12 days of class, overdoes his days of class. I get him fired and such. That puts a target on my back. I'm really good at snuffing out freaking corruption because I keep on getting I keep on getting thrown to them. I keep on getting thrown to the wayside. People keep on disregarding me. This is why veterans kill themselves because they're not being heard. I've been through it. Like, I'm just too damn stubborn to freaking quit like they did. Freaking, I'm getting to the bottom of it. Because there's people out there sicker than myself. I actually care about life.
What you're saying.
I
hear that. And I hear what you're saying, and we are here at the VA hotline.
I'm not suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, and yeah, it's nothing personal, ma'am, and don't mean anything yeah, please. I don't mean to.
And in terms of the assistance that you're needing right now, we can notate your comments on your open case.
I understand.
And let the caseworkers know what's going on here. And you said that your previous cases were closed without providing a resolution to your issues. Is that right?
For everything aside from even my nose job, in my reconstructive surgery after the assault was difficult, but that was I was able to actually get that one resolved, and I mean I had to call up that was the first time I had to call up the hotline because it was November when I called up, and that was a year from the assault that I endured and stuff, and yeah, then it took till April 1st for me to get my reconstructive surgery from there because I had to start all the way over when they had things done. When I was ready there beforehand, the VA neglected, they denied, they prolonged, my yeah, I couldn't breathe and stuff, and so I suffered from insomnia, and my breathing was impaired. I was in. I mean, that was
that definitely sounds like a very stressful situation to be in.
Well, yes, ma'am, and yeah. Oh, there's. I mean, that's just one aspect. That's just with the VA. And the VA is It's horrible.
And so you said right now you're needing pain medication.
No,
Is that right?
no, no,
You're not?
no, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. I need to be diagnosed by a doctor,
Okay. So
properly
right now you just
diagnosed, a
want to
clean slate. I
be
need a new eyes on me.
okay. So right now you are needing to be approved for community care. Is that right?
I've been, this is what I've been asking for months, and it's still February 23rd. February 23rd is went to the emergency room. And then then I start calling up the hotline again since like April. Maybe it was March. You got like that's what I'm saying is that this hotline does nothing.
Well, I have been taking some notes here on everything that you've been saying, and let me just go ahead and read them back to make sure everything is correct. But I'm just including here that you have not, that
I've
your
not been
previous
taken
cases
care of.
were closed without, right, so your previous cases were closed without providing a resolution to your issues. You said that you need a clean slate and need to be seen by an outside doctor, and that you're not being taken care of by your VA care team. Is that right?
Yes, man. Thank you very much. I've called up. I mean, don't neglect to include that I've called up this hotline since November in regards to my care. And it's like I'm
Mm.
not even too certain if I'm actually because it's like I just did this with the last guy, and it's like I'm just repeating myself, and it's like I'm not even too certain I'm gonna speak with the supervisor or if I'm actually just going through a loop here
Mm. And so you said that it's been since, did
since what it's been
you say it was since December or September?
November.
May
I've
not have
called
heard
up
that
this hotline,
correctly.
and freaking, and I just had this conversation with the last guy,
Mm.
and like, and that like, so are you actually a supervisor? Like, what is this? Like, I don't trust this system. I mean, I heard you typing.
Yep, I'm just adding this information to the notes here. Just that you've
Yeah.
been calling the VA hotline about your concerns since September 2025. Is that right?
Uh, November of 2025.
Certainly. And is there anything else that you would like to add to your open case today?
Um, is this actually a supervisor that I'm speaking with?
Yes, I am a supervisor.
Like, I mean, I just, I need to speak to like, because you're acting the same way like as the last person I spoke with, and I don't
Well,
feel like anything
is
new got done
there,
here. I don't feel like they're actually an authoritative role, although that's my reason for question. I don't feel like
what is
they're
it,
an actual
what
authoritative
is it
role
that you're needing to be accomplished on this phone call?
to be heard, and I don't feel like I'm being heard right now.
Well, I've been repeating back everything that I've written down.
Right, but where's it going? That's why I need to speak to a supervisor. So, and
Being
you're not providing me with like any proof that you're a supervisor when I'm repeating myself. Like, and there's no other direction, and you're not telling me any other resources to reach out to. I need resources to reach out to you because this hotline is useless, and you're not providing me with the help that I need. And so I need to be provided with resources that are higher than the standard of this hotline.
Well, if you're needing to report problems with how the VA is handling your care, or if you're
No,
needing to report wrongdoing.
I need you to put me on the phone with your boss. I need you
I'm unable
to
to do
provide
that.
me with information about resources that I can utilize in order to do what this phone line does not, what your hotline does not. You're failing to provide me with the care that I need. You're failing to provide
Well,
me with
the
the services I
resources
need.
that we have, if I might just say, the resources that we have would include the patient advocate at the VA Medical
Well, they're
Center.
not doing anything, and that's why I am in need of someone higher than your level to regulate to handle this situation because I'm not getting any contact with the patient advocate. They're neglecting me, and I'm being neglected by this hotline as well. I've got
Well,
all the
you have
time to say
called us
things.
here and we have to follow the processes
I
that
mean, and
that
so
are
this
in
is an
place.
endless loop. I mean, thank you. I mean, you're proving exactly why veterans are hurting themselves because you're denying information that can actually benefit me.
I don't have any other
Uh,
information. I'd be
Well,
more than happy to give that
your boss
information to
will.
you
Your
if
boss
it would
will.
benefit
Your
you.
boss
But
will. Will you please
unfortunately, we
bring my
don't have
case
those
to someone
resources.
that is? Will you please present my case to someone that's higher than this level?
It is already being sent to the VA Medical
No,
Center
no, no, no,
that
no.
provides your
Not to be a
care,
medical
and it is
center. It
going
needs
to
to
be
be sent
reviewed
to
by
someone
officials
higher.
in a higher network office. It is being reviewed by officials
By
in a
who?
higher network office at the
No,
VISN level.
you're lying to me.
That is not a lie. That is how our cases are handled.
Well, and it's not effective, and that's why I'm asking for you to bring it to somewhere else because it's not being delivered. My case is not being handled. My health care is not being handled. I'm being denied of my health care. You're gatekeeping knowledge from me that can actually benefit me because you have access to people who can actually help me address this issue, and you're not providing me with that contact information, which in turn makes you negligent in your behavior.
So all the resources that I have available, like I said, one of them is the patient advocate, and if you are needing
Well, your
um,
boss,
care for specific health care,
your boss. I mean, I mean,
my
there's a
boss would
certain way
not have
to
any other
there.
capabilities in handling this
There
case
is a
than
way for you
what's already
to
being handled.
present my case to someone else. And if you're, I mean, like,
Yep.
you're not,
So unfortunately,
so,
there is not, and that is
okay.
something that we
So you're a
simply
dead
do not
end.
have the capability to do.
You're a dead end.
So
So you're a noose. You're a noose on a veteran's neck. Thank you. And no, I'm not suicidal. I'm not homicidal or genocidal. You are like, that's what you do. Like, that's what this is. That's what the system is
well,
jacked up to be.
is
It's
there
not me
anything
personally.
else that you require assistance with today?
No, you provide me with all the evidence I need to prove the broken system.
Okay.
And it's like
Well,
you're, yeah. I mean, like if
I will
you
go
are
ahead
lying at
and
all,
post
like I
this
hope
comment. I will go ahead and post this open comment to your case. But if there's nothing else that I can help you with, then I will
don't
need to
think
go
you did
ahead and
help me
end
at
this
all.
call.
I think it's just been a waste of my time.
I will need to disconnect this call if there's nothing else that you require
I,
assistance with.
I mean, I've asked you to provide me with help, and you're not.
I have provided help. I've provided the
No, you're not
resources that
providing
we
me with
have
any
available.
contact information to handle my matter.
I have offered contact information, but you
The
said you
patient
did not
advocate
want to
does not work,
work
and
with the
that's what I
patient
am
advocate.
saying is that the patient advocate is a dead end. I
I'm
need
sorry that's been
help.
your experience.
Wow, wow, you really just said that. That's been my experience. Wow.
Well, if there is nothing else that I can help you with, I will need to disconnect the call because I
Yeah,
do have
go for it. Yeah,
other veterans that I can assist.
sure.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and disconnect the call, but thank you for calling the VA hotline. You
You're
take
welcome.
care.